Okay. So we are continuing with volume 5. We are already, Baruch Hashem, in page 5 at number 5. Oh, wow. Today, Hamsa. 5. Oh, Rabbi Adam is with us. Rabbi Alufi Umiyudai. We have to call him now. That's it, Habibi. So says our Rabbi, Ari.
Ari, everybody's with us today.
Today, we are on number 5. This is not... So in the morning, we spoke about makeup for ladies. And since we're talking about the topic of, how do you call it, coloring, tzovea, we are right now in the melacha of tzovea. Tzovea is coloring. So part of the laws of coloring applies also to human being skin. To people's skin, yeah? So, question, Rav Yosef says that if the makeup has an oil base, it's going to be longer lasting because of the oil base. Therefore, you're not allowed to apply that on Shabbat, but it's not asur from Torah, it's only asur with the Rabbanan. Why it's important to know? Because we have a rule in the laws of the Rabbanan, Adif shiyu shogegim va'al yiyu mezidim. Anytime you're coming to rebuke in the laws of the Rabbanan, you have to put it on the scale very much. Sometimes from rebuking a lady that she's putting a makeup on Shabbat, that she is Mehalel Shabbat, she'll feel that that's it. If I'm anyway Mehalel Shabbat, let me be on the phone, let me be already with my friends, let me go out here, let me out here. I'm anyway categorized as Mehalel Shabbat. So sometimes you have to choose your battles. It's sometimes you lose everything or stay quiet. She's Mehalel Shabbat, what can I do? It's only assumed the Rabbanan. Aduv shiur shogegin v'al mezidim. But obviously, if a person knows that if he'll teach in the people that they will not do that, of course, you have a mitzvah to let the people know. But always have to be very considerate of how to say it, and also give an alternative. So Rav Yosef gave alternative way. Today they call it makeup of Shabbat. I call it makeup of Rabbi Ovadia. Because Rav Yosef already spoke about makeup of Shabbat, and he said that as long as it is not oil based, there's no problem. It's only pure powder. So now one rabbi come to say, he said, listen, this is number 5 right now. He said, listen, we have a problem. We have a halacha about a powder somewhere else. בלי עין הרע, טפו טפו טפו, ברוכים הבאים. מלוא מיכאל, שטוי. מיכאל הכהן הגדול. להיות ג'ונם. Give him a pamphlet, give him, he deserves one. Why?
Page
5. Says Ravadia, we have a question regarding the makeup of a lady that we call it makeup of Shabbat. So we say it's allowed, right? It says...
As long as it's not oil-based.
It's not oil-based, yeah, right? It says, I have a question. What if a person, right now, listen to this crazy case. A guy wrote Sefer Torah, Leilu Nishmat, father, mother, doesn't matter. I told you there's a bigger mitzvah to write a book of halacha than Sefer Torah. Back in the day, people used to learn from Sefer Torah. If right now you give a class, they used to open Chumash. Today we open the Chumash. Back in the day, they used to open Sefer Torah. So Sefer Torah was the source of text that people needed to relate to teach a class. Where is this written here? Where is it written here? That's how Sefer Torah was back in the day. It was not something that we keep only for the Torah reading 3 times a week, and that's it. Sefer Torah was every single day, 24/7 being used. So that's why there was a mitzvah to write Sefer Torah so people can learn from it, teach from it, learn from it. You understand? Nowadays, says the Rosh, Rabbeinu Asher, 700 years ago, say that already there is no any learning done with the Sefer Torah. Today we only use Sefer Torah Monday, Thursday, Shabbat, holidays, Tamon. For 5-10 minutes, half an hour, das vidanya. But more than that, we don't do that. Therefore, it says nowadays we can fulfill the mitzvah of writing Sefer Torah by writing books of halacha. Books for people to be able to learn from what the Torah wants us to follow. That's why whenever we are participating in such a mitzvah, it's a mitzvah from Torah of writing Sefer Torah. It's not a joke. This is how we pass in halacha lemaaseh. In fact, Rabbi Ovadia Yosef says it's bigger than Sefer Torah. I heard Rabbi Mordechai. You know, remember the Mohel, Rabbi Mordechai Achminov. He has Bukhari in the CD. One time some Bukharian drives me and he plays the CD in his car. And I love his Bukharian. So he said that the same thing. He says that the person throws $50,000, toy, bala bala, bali bali. I don't know, he said it. Bale bale, bale bale, amish bale bale. They make a whole party, make a whole show. It says, and sits there. If you're lucky, if once a year in your yard of your father, they're going to take it out to read from it. And meanwhile, the books you could have sponsored for the book of Halachot, million times more mitzvah than that. Million times Leilu Nishmat, your father, your mother, million times more than that. But hopefully people one day will learn it. I think we should have also make a whole Sefer Toy for the book of Halachot, so then the people will start getting into the book of Halachot also. Because the kavod, the whole toy, the whole thing that it happens around the Sefer Torah, that's what brings up the kavod for the Ilun Nishmat. But be'emet, the Ilun Nishmat is the book of Halachot, so people will know what to do. So a person wrote Sefer Torah, says the Shulchan Aruch, and while he wrote it, the Sofer, you know, the ink is liquid. He says, listen, what is this black ink? I don't want this black ink. He takes gold, he works in 47, real gold, crushes it, makes it powder, and he throws on top of the Sefer Torah letters whenever they were liquidy. So he'll stick to it. Now, when he dried, what letters the Sefer Torah has instead of black letters? He's going to have gold letters. Takoi v'miri Sefer Torah nitu, Rabbi. Sami uminya. Says the Shulchan Aruch, this Sefer Torah pasul. Why? Klaf yes, ink yes, sofer yes, everything there is. There is a golden color on top. That powder that you put on top, it's considered to be a new layer, new color on top of the ink. So even though there was already ink over there, the fact that you sprinkle the powder over it, it's considered to be coloring. It's right now the Sefer Torah letters are colored with gold. So says if so, says the rabbi over here, we have a problem. We just told you if you will put powder of makeup on the face, it's not considered to be coloring. Why? Because it's not long lasting. It's not oil based. Makeup for Shabbat allowed. How are we going to make makeup for Shabbat allowed when we have a clear Shulchan Aruch that says that powder, sprinkling powder, it's considered to be a form of writing. It's considered to be a form of coloring. You color the letters. So maybe that will be a disagreement to the makeup of Shabbat business thing. It's maybe it should not be allowed then to sprinkle powder. It's going to be like coloring also. You with us today?
Of course.
Shakot, yeah? You want to join for the Shakot?
No,
If you don't, if you want to drink, if you don't want to drink, you don't say.
anyways, I don't make a bracha on seltzer.
Why? You don't enjoy it?
I don't know, I'm not thirsty.
You're not thirsty, yeah. So I said, if you're thirsty.
No.
If you're thirsty, you can join in. Ari, Chodam.
I said already.
Ovi, Josh. No, you said this when? You went inside here?
Yeah, I was here before.
Okay, so we'll say Shakot ourselves. Birshut Morai v'Rabotai. Can take it just in case. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol niya bidvaro.
Amen.
I mean, maybe we can say the following, that the letters, the way that they should be written, has an intrinsic way that they should be written. You can take a pen, write a Sefer Torah, it's meaningless.
Right.
So you can't draw a parallel between sprinkling and Shabbat. It's like,
Why? Tell us. You said it almost. You said it.
I think it's because when you write a Sefer Torah, there are rules intrinsic to writing a Sefer Torah that don't apply to Shabbat.
Kol hakavod. That's exactly what Rav Ovadia Yosef says. Oh, see, I told you why we call you Rabbi Adam now.
No,
So says Rav Ovadia Yosef, the powder case of the gold is different. Why? Because over there the law says there is halacha leMoshe miSinai, that you need to have a klaf that it's lighter color. You need to have black ink that's sitting on the klaf, and it will be visible to your naked eye, the black ink. So that's if you put the powder, you interrupted that vision, that visibility, how do you call it? The color.
The black
So
color.
you change the color. So because of that you change the color, it's halakha Moshe Sinai that made it pasul. But don't learn from this law a concept that anytime you throw a powder on the surface, it's considered to be like you colored it. No. So why over here it's pasul? Because over here we have a special rule, halakha Moshe Sinai, that says it must be black ink. How you put a sprinkling the powder on top, it's considered to be like you colored it with a gold ink, not with the black ink anymore. Therefore, in conclusion, powder that is not oil-based, it is allowed on Shabbat. Fahmidim? Very good. Next one is number 6. What if a person spread ink over ink on Shabbat?
Same
Yeah,
color.
not spread, he wrote.
Same
He wrote
color.
with ink over the ink.
Same color.
Same color. He wrote something over something.
You did not violate.
Huh?
You
Правил, да?
did not violate.
I say rewrite? Huh? Rewrote, rewrite?
On top of it.
On top of the same letters. One who rewrote, rewrite.
Yeah. Rewrote.
Re-
He rewrote.
He
Or one who rewrites.
one who rewrites.
Нельзя.
Ink, with ink. Over ink on Shabbat is biblically exempt. It's not the Oraita, it's only
The Rabbana.
the Rabbanan. Okay?
Because it already was on there.
Yeah.
It's like with the perfume. You had it on your etet, and if you pour it in perfume, you're not changing anything.
Yeah, but over there is allowed. Perfume over perfume,
Right.
it's allowed. Here, writing with the ink over the same ink,
Oh,
it's asur, but midrabanan,
ah.
not from the Torah.
Sur min Rabbana.
Got it? Now, number 7 says, Avadia, listen, we have a question against our ruling. I just gave you a leniency that a person, so close look, that a person is allowed to sprinkle powder. Lady is allowed to do that on her face, on her other
Right, they do
body
powder on
parts,
their
yeah?
face. No, powder on their face.
Yeah, powder on the face. If she wants to do that, it's allowed. Yeah? Why? Because it's a powder, it's not oil, but okay, no problem. Fine. Now listen, we have a problem. What? There is a Gemara that says that back in the day, how ladies used to be very efficient about the expenses of the house. In the morning, you used to wake up, take flour, mix it with water, making dough to make bread. Before she throws it in the oven until the oven is warming up, she used to, and the dough raises on the table, she used to take a piece of it and put it on her skin, facial skin. And the procedure, chemical procedure that happens to the dough, makes the cheeks of the lady become red, almost like Bechor's cheeks. Bechor, איפה אתה?
Ваши хавруты, привет. Я
Бома?
сегодня- А?
Бома?
Да.
הישראל או הג'ו, Бома? קנדה?
Канада.
ישראל תמום שוב.
Израиль, Канада, везде.
Что вы там были?
Ездит. А?
לאן נראה? Бехор, давай садись.
Я
Садитесь.
сейчас что?
Ага, бечо. Вы пришли, сразу плачет.
Секунду.
So now, says Ovadia, the Gemara says, what you used to do? You used to take that dough, put it on her skin, and until the oven warms up, dough, тесто, dough, you used to take, put it on her skin, and that chemical reaction of the dough causes blood circulation on her cheeks, makes herself look with the red cheeks, beautiful to her husband. And then when she finishes, takes it and throws it in the oven. That's her breakfast. Very efficient life, huh? Don't have to spend thousands of dollars on makeup and then another thousands of dollars on the consumption of the food. It's all in one. So Gemara says, can she do that on Shabbat? Let's say she had a dough on Friday. She had a dough on Friday, and she walks into the house. She wants to take a piece of the dough and put it on her face. Allowed or no?
Piece of the dough.
She takes a piece of dough Friday night. She forgot to put makeup. She wants to put this to make her her cheeks red. Allowed or no? What do we say? Says Gemara, not allowed. Huh? So you saying to make a skin become red, it is allowed with that powder? Here, Gemara says that to put that dough, it's not allowed. It's going to make it red.
Right.
So contradicting to your ruling over here.
Now what do you compare?
Says Avadia, it's not comparable.
Right.
Why these two cases are not comparable? Who wants to take a guess? Yaakov, you want to take a guess?
The dough is something edible, and it's disrespect to the dough. I think when you put it in your face.
So you're saying disrespect, okay? Ari, what do you say? Why the dough cannot be going on the woman's face and it causes the red cheeks, while the powder of makeup, Shabbat makeup, make it red, no problem. What's the difference? End result over here is red, end result over there is red. Farch Hashem, Rabbi. Rabbi Adam, what do you say?
Maybe it's not a common way.
I don't know. I think it's because you're changing the actual color of the skin. It's more permanent.
2 for 2, this guy, unbelievable. Got a cover. Exactly what Avadia answers. Says Avadia, don't compare the two cases. If I take right now a paper, yeah, we have a piece of paper here. Give us one tissue over there, please. Bechor, you made 2 chais today?
А?
You made 2 chais today?
Только мне подкажи раз делай. Что это?
Why. Aí, cadê só achok muchuchua? Achok munki,
Чигарям,
muchine.
чигар. Чигарям.
What? You are a cousin with him?
Tell him.
Long history.
You put it to America or the other way around? Bechor, if I take this paper right now,
Yes.
white color,
Yes.
and I put it on my skin,
Okay.
did I color my skin?
No.
I'm allowed to do that on Shabbat?
Yes.
Why? I made my skin become white.
No. Your skin not is gonna be white.
It's
not
just
eating.
it's just something that I put on top of the skin. The skin itself, it doesn't become any color. It's the same color.
Yes.
The skin itself.
Yes.
So says Ravadia, the case of the dough that the woman put on her face,
Yes.
and the case of the powder, it's 2 different cases.
Right.
The dough makes the red color on the skin. Its skin itself becomes red.
Yes.
However, the powder that you put is like I put this tissue on top of my face. Because the powder is on top of her face. The same way this tissue is going to fly out. The same thing, that powder is going to fly out. This is going to take a second to fly out. This is going to take a few hours to fly out. But at the end of the day, it's going to fly out. It's not going to be long lasting on her face.
Mutar.
Allowed? Bechor or no? Very good. That's it. Bechor knows.
The powder would be allowed.
Very good. We are going to page 10. Chazon Ovadia books, page 10. Chazon Ovadia, not the page of the pamphlet, the page of the Ovadia. Huh? You see over there, you'll see written page 10. Yaakov, which page it is of the pamphlet? Oh, Shemayim Achronim idjo.
Well, I'm in page 5. You mean the...
בבח עומדת בכור? שיגב.
On the bottom, what page?
כל הכבוד בכור.
5.
Is it permissible for a woman to color her lips with lipstick?
Over here? 10?
No, tell me.
То же самое.
Give it to me.
Если она не будет.
Look, this pamphlet, Rabotai, I'll put it on record so everybody will see. You see this booklet? Over here, he has pages of the booklet. But then we have the pages of Rabbi Ovadia Yosef's book itself. This book is a summary of him. So, here. You see? Michael, page 5. Even though on the bottom it says 8. Because it's page 5 of the book. Of Rabbi Ovadia Yosef's book.
So where's the page 10 you said?
Page 10 here on the bottom. Page 10.
10. Okay.
Page 10 on the
Yeah,
bottom.
and in the system it goes questions, then goes the answers. So 6 questions has 6 answers over here.
So we're on the bottom, page 10.
Right, now we're going to the first question of page 10, going on top. Go on top, on the right side. Yeah. Question number 1. Read. Michael, read question number 1. Is it permissible for a woman to color her lips with lipstick? It is forbidden for a woman to color her lips with lipstick. Mumkin es bechor.
Because on
Yeah, but lipstick no monet.
On Shabbat? Not permissible?
We'll talk about pomidor agurets. Guess what's the next question? Is it allowed to eat strawberries?
Yes.
Anna, your question, next line. That's why. Less questions, more coverage. I told you what the insurance policy guy said. Less questions, more coverage.
Of course, it's from that.
So, is it allowed to eat strawberries that are gonna color your lips? So, question number one with strawberries is the bugs. Yeah, that's a side point. You're not allowed to eat bugs.
Видите, вырезать все там. Только оставить.
Is it permissible for her to eat? It is permissible for her to eat strawberries, even though this colors her lips, as she does not intend it,
Right.
and it is considered as pasik reshe in a situation involving two rabbinic prohibitions.
It's temporary and you don't need it.
No, even if you need it, let's say her Aftisimon doesn't look good without red lips. She looks, as is, she looks Hashem Erachim. In Israel, they have a statement: "Ma shelas lo oseh hateva, oseh hatzeva." Whatever she was not beautiful with the nature teva, she'll be beautiful because of the color tzeva. So Bechor, King Achashverosh said, "My wife is the most beautiful one." They said, everybody said, you put makeup on her. Of course, she's going to be the most beautiful one. She's the queen. The most expensive jewelry and makeup you're going to put. The ugliest woman will be beautiful. He says, I'm going to bring her beketer malchut. Only the crown. Nothing else. So we see the reality is that some ladies will need the red lips to look a little bit presentable. Are they allowed to eat strawberries knowing you're going to make their lips red?
No problem.
Why? Why?
On Shabbat.
On Shabbat, yeah. Why?
No problem.
Huh?
But this is stay temporary.
So,
You make it like this, it's come out.
but can I do something temporary on Shabbat?
Yes.
Yeah. And I light fire temporary, Rabbi, 1 second. Psst, so temporary. Not the whole Shabbat.
It's food.
1 second is going to go.
Food to eat.
So
Not
what?
to pay.
But what about Pasik Reshe?
Свеклу кушаешь.
So who said you're allowed to eat svikla?
Салфеткой.
Who said you're allowed to eat svikla? Who said you're allowed to wipe your salfetki? Who said that?
Yeah.
So,
But it's a mitzvah.
Torah.
So you say
So no,
bracha.
don't-
Torah, give me a proof.
so don't we see there's a rule when it comes to Ochel Nefesh?
Ochel nefesh is Yom Tov.
I'm sorry, when it comes to a byproduct of eating, when you have no choice, for example, why are you allowed to peel an egg on Shabbat?
Peeling an egg?
Because you have no choice.
Yeah, that's the way
that's-
you eat.
You have a choice. Eat other things.
No, but the I'm allowed to peel an egg on Shabbat. I haven't because that's the only way I can get it. The only way you can eat. You can't have a strawberry without having
No,
your...
Habibi, no. On the laws of Borer, we have a card called Derech Achila. That's easy pass.
Right.
That's the way people eat. Why? Can I say, Rabbi, that's the way people eat soup. They don't eat cold soup. So let me turn on a fire and reheat it up. Which is Derech Achila. I'm not intending to do melacha. I'm not here commercially making food. I'm for myself.
People
I want to eat
cold
it.
soup too.
Can I eat? Huh? But what's more common? You're going to a restaurant. They're going to give you cold soup. You're going to flip the soup on their face.
They never give hot anyway.
So that's why people don't order soup over there, right? So the soup supposed to be hot, for example, right? Can I justify turning on a fire and warming up soup because derech achila? No. Borer has a special leniency, derech achila. Why? The Shulchan Aruch says, anytime a person is eating, anytime you eat, you do borer. Because what is borer? I separate this portion from the rest of the portion. So I cannot take a whole portion and put it in my mouth. I'm not Esav. Esav tell to Yaakov, put it like this in my mouth. I gotta take piece by piece. I cannot take everything. So every time it's going to be borer. I'm borer this portion from the rest of the portion. What about borer? So therefore, when we learned the laws of borer in volume 4, we said there is a split between the way of eating and the way of doing a job. Melacha, the creation of separation. So over there we have that card, that's derech achila, by the laws of borer. But that concept derech achila is not a widespread easy pass. So why by the laws of tzovea, coloring, you're allowed to eat strawberries, svikla, all these type of things. It's coloring your lips. Says Rav Ovadia, because we have all this time I taught you this equation. Remember this equation, Bechol? You're doing one thing, it's going to lead to another thing. You're not intending for that thing to happen. And whatever it happened, it's only level of the Rabbanan. The second thing that happened is the Rabbanan. And you don't care for the end result of it. You don't care, it will be, will not happen, don't care about that. What is that called, Shalom John? Pasik Yeshe, Isur de Rabbanan, that you don't care for. right? That's the famous equation we all the time learn. Delo nichale, that I don't care for. Remember this equation? Yaakov John Shtoy. Yaakov, you remember this equation? You do Isur de Rabbanan, that you don't intend for, it's going to lead to another thing. I do one kosher thing, it's going to lead to non-kosher thing. And I don't intend for the end result. But Kansom Chapolus, I don't care for it. Remember? I gave you an example before. You're going somewhere vacation, and you cannot turn off the LED in the refrigerator. Amen.
Все можно
And you cannot turn off the refrigerator light. Can you use this refrigerator on Shabbat? You don't know how to do in the vacation.
If you have no
Gjoravam, Aki Pursam, Beki Goyam. I don't know. Can I use the refrigerator on Shabbat? The LED is going to turn on.
Бендит закрыт.
By Rabbanan?
Yes.
Mutar.
Why mutar bechor?
Because of Rabbanan.
So what Rabbanan? What? I'm allowed to eat chicken and milk. Rabbanan guftar mutar. What?
You don't need the light.
Because of this equation.
בדרך שינוי.
Because I intend to open the door. I don't intend for the light to go on.
Yes.
I have enough light in the kitchen and the dining room that I'm going to be at, right? So the light that is inside is only, it's not needed for me. And even if it turns on, it's only Rabbanan level because it doesn't get hot. It's LED. So therefore, I do kosher action. I open the refrigerator. Automatically, immediately, the lights will turn on. I have no problem. Why? I don't need that light. And that light is not on a Torah level, it's Rabbanan level. And I don't need that light. Good? So far, so good, Bechor? This we'll learn a million times.
Yeah, we look.
Question to you this. What if the kitchen light is off?
Oh, that's the
Can I open the refrigerator door and the LED light will turn on? And I will not be able to see nothing without the LED in the refrigerator.
It's a problem.
Will I be allowed to still open the door?
No, it could be yes. It could
Why?
be because what if you know where the product is and you don't, you know it's in the left.
Okay,
side.
let's say you don't know. Let's say I mamash need to look for it. Can I still open the
No, 'cause
refrigerator?
you need the light.
I'm not allowed to, right?
No.
Because you have only two components right now. It's so the pasik reshe b'derabanan, but you care for it. It's not you don't care for it if the light is off.
What if in that situation?
Hold on. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Comes Avad Yosef says, listen, I have news for you. Pasik reshe in the Rabbanan, even though that the third component is not there, it's still possible to be kosher. What? Yes. How? If that the Rabbanan will be second level the Rabbanan.
Correct. The light is second level.
Pasik reshe in two levels of the Rabbanan. Even if the end result is comfortable for you.
Что это
No
second
problem.
level?
Example. Right now we'll learn about the example. Bechor, if I take a pen that is going to last for 1 week and I color my face. Purim Bude on Shabbat. I made Purim on Shabbat. I colored my face on Shabbat. It's going to last 1 week. 2 weeks, 1 month. What issue did I do?
Color.
Doraita or the Rabbanan?
All right.
Dorai.
The Rabbanan.
Rabbanan?
Coloring the skin, always the Rabbanan.
Always
You mean on Shabbat?
On Shabbat, yeah. Only coloring something that is going to be long lasting forever, like a wall.
Yes.
that's
If you color a devil, there's something else. If you color the wall, that's the Oraita. But if you're coloring Basar Adam, a person, it's only the Rabbanan. What happens when this the Rabbanan it's not long lasting?
What?
If I take color that will be long lasting on my skin, what issue did I do? The Rabbanan. Now, what if I did that with a color that is not going to be long lasting? Step lower than that. What issue did I do here?
just like a lower level Rabbanan.
It's second level the Rabbanan.
Right.
So says Ravadia, when the lady is eating the strawberries, the lady usually needs the red leaves. When the lady eats the strawberries, what is her intention? To color the leaves or to eat food? To eat food. What automatically and immediately, Pasik Reshe, happens? The color.
Color her lips.
Now let's say she's comfortable with the fact that it's color. She likes it. Because without that, she looks after Simon Tisha B'Av. Oh. She wants to look good for her husband, for the family. And she looks not so good. She forgot to put her makeup. Can she still eat the strawberries or no?
Yes?
Why? She's coloring. It's like the LED open and the light goes on in your favor.
Attention.
My intention in the refrigerator door is to open the door. Intention, gufti. Can I do that?
No.
So why you allowing the ladies to eat the strawberries? Huh, Bechor?
Сейчас я погоди.
Чего?
You know what the answer, Yaakov? Because over here it's a second level derabanan. It's not higher level. Because it's doing that on a person's body, and we said coloring on a person's body, it never be doraita. And in which level is it doing it? Long term or short term? Long lasting or short lasting? Short term lasting.
Short lasting.
Short lasting. So it's not long term lasting, it's another level derabanan. Comes out it's pasik yasher in two derabanans.
So why is the case
In
of
secondary level
why
derabanan.
is the case of the Gemara with the dough deoraita then?
No, doraita, asu. That's a doraita.
But why is that a soup then?
You tell me, because over there is a pasik yasher or is it intending?
No, it's intending.
So when is the equation of second level derabanan will be allowed? Only when you don't intend for that. I intend to eat. Inevitable, what happens is being colored.
So here so you're not intending to eat.
Over there by the skin, when I take the dough and I put it, why are you doing that? To make the skin colored.
Intending.
Let me ask you a real case.
It's not an inevitable action, Panima. It's not a secondary thing. It's the primary intention. However, in the case of the strawberries or the beets and all these type of things, whenever the lady is eating it, what's her kavanah?
Eating,
To eat.
not to color.
The color of the leaves becomes
Derabanan.
secondary.
And
Famidim ul adam. Very good. Yes, what's your question?
So there are people that when they drink wine, they have something called a port stain on their face, where there's a streak that's very noticeable. It becomes red on one side of their face, and it's very apparent. So, if a person wants to do that, let's say to show his kids like a magic trick, whatever he wants to do that, and that's his intention, would that be a problem?
You tell me.
I don't know.
How is he doing it? He's intending to color or intending to drink?
Yeah, he wants to drink the wine, but he's doing it for that purpose, and it's a real medical thing. It's apparent. It's not like blushing. It's mamash red, like someone painted it.
Wow.
It's called a port stain.
What is it called?
Port stain.
Port?
Yeah, port stain. It's called a port stain. That's the name of the phenomenon when a
if
person
he's
drinks wine.
intending.
To every person?
No.
Some people
it's
have
a
that.
medical thing that they have. So if his intention is, let's say, to make a circus for his kids, I don't know. He wants
Yeah.
to show off, I don't know, whatever.
On Shabbat.
On Shabbat, and he's Jewish. Is he allowed to do that?
Well, he's drinking a wine and
Maybe
it's
yes.
shit.
Maybe yes.
Pasik reshet.
Not long lasting.
It's not long lasting, so that makes it allowed.
Probably.
Although he intended.
How do you define long lasting though? Over a day?
It's debatable. Some say 24 hours, some say 7 days. That's the two definitions. Rabbi Yosef says, Lechatchila was strict with 1 day, but Yavad, you mean secondary level, but said 7 days also. Clear? Very good. So bottom line, can a lady eat strawberries after she washed it from bugs?
Absolutely.
And strawberry and what do you call it? Beets and all these type of things, even if she will be benefiting from the fact that her lips become red.
Yes.
She enjoys it. It's pasik yeshed rabbanan that nichale, not lo nichale. It's nichale. It's comfortable for her. The end result. Mutar or no? Why?
Because it's not long lasting and second level Rabbanan.
Why second level rabbanan? Because on the skin of a person.
On the skin of a person?
Skin of a person never doraita.
Oh, right.
Even in long lasting one. And in our case, it's not long lasting one. It's a step lower. So therefore, it's pasik yeshed on secondary level rabbanan. Hamidim. Very good. Ваш этот где? Nephew. Нисон.
Хороший вопрос. Там шалом-батики. Не хочу портить шалом-батики. Кто пришел?
Ben, why is the lipstick
Это
a problem?
10-й. А где еще один здесь был?
Okay, next.
Lipstick.
Huh?
Lipstick. Why is the
Он
lipstick a problem?
тихо-тихо убегает. Его надо ловить.
Okay. What's your question, Yaakov?
Lipstick is a problem.
Lipstick is asur.
Why?
Because it's coloring.
Also not long lasting.
Жора!
It's because coloring the skin. Not long lasting.
Ты нам нужен.
It's gonna last. I don't know. Depends what type of lipstick it is, but
Well, yeah, the obviously will last about 4 hours.
okay.
4 hours, 6 hours.
Можете кого-то зашить.
Okay. Because over there, Yaakov, it's like the what's his name? Dough on the skin. What did we learn with the dough on the skin?
The red color.
Allowed or not?
Tending.
Intending to make it red.
Right.
When she puts lipstick on her lips, what is her kavana?
To make
What
it
is her
red.
intention?
She intending
To make it red.
color red.
Got it?
So on Shabbat she cannot put lipstick.
Можно клубники.
Right, you're not allowed to. Unless there is a kosher lipstick. Kosher lipstick for Shabbat.
What's the difference?
The difference is that it's not oil based. It's not long lasting.
Powder based.
It's powder based.
Женщинам краситься наш нельзя
Yeah,
по Shabbat.
with a regular one. But there is a Shabbat makeup one.
Shabbat makeup есть?
Yeah, yes. What's the idea? Idea is no oil. It's only powder.
Полтора в 10.
It's not going to be long lasting.
10 минут в 10. Да.
3.
Мулари, Гоншинари.
Да.
Ну что ты загораешься?
Is painting, body painting, permissible according to the Torah. There is no prohibition of coloring on a human body from Torah. No. Especially if it is done beshinui, abnormally. And therefore, the lipstick is only rabbinically prohibited. It's important to note that it's only rabbinically prohibited.
The lipstick.
Because if it will be the Oraita, you'll have to go and say Asur, Asur. But if it's the Rabbanan, you know she's not going to listen, leave her alone.
But it says forbidden in the first one.
That's forbidden,
Yeah.
the Rabbanan.
Even oil-based?
Even oil-based, yeah. Because no coloring on human body from Torah, period.
And it's not permanent. Question.
Yeah.
And it's not permanent.
Yeah. Because it's not permanent. Why body? No. Because the body has a blood circulation that eventually will take it off.
So that's why body's not the right thing,
Right.
or it's a separate thing.
Yeah, that's why. The pores are gonna move it, take it away. Yes, Bechor.
Это косметика женская.
In English,
Okay, косметика для ума. Is more expensive Shabbat or regular more expensive?
I don't know. I don't buy this one, that one. Shopping is on the other department, not mine. I have no idea. But Bechor, tell you the truth, mitzvah to give few people like this that they have shalom bayit issues, give them. Sometimes the lady doesn't. She is religious, and she comes Shabbat table not good, looking good. Wake up in the morning after Simon like this. He's not satisfying with her. Sometimes he feels bad about it. Это какой Shabbat, just никакой кофе. I'm telling you, inside himself he's cooking, upset. And then he comes to work. There is a secretary over there. Hashem Merachem. So tam Hashem Merachem. And then ends up averot. And then she finds that he did that. And then she divorces him. All this because there was no satisfaction between the two. That's why it's very important that the husband will be satisfied from his wife, not chas v'shalom from outside. That's why this Rav Ovadia Yosef found every possible way. You have to find a way to make it kasher. Это было 50 лет тому назад, before iPhone came to the world. Imagine what right now. How much more so right now it's needed to make shalom bayit in the families that the lady should have makeup of Shabbat. Or put before Shabbat makeup that is going to be long lasting. Or on the Shabbat she is allowed to put makeup that is kosher for Shabbat. Very, very important. Number 4.
What is it? Which the garage made it?
It is permissible to paint
Nothing made it, but
or remove transparent nail polish from the nails.
it's not gonna see.
This is very practical. Ladies go on mikveh sometimes and they forgot to take the nail polish off. So can they take it off on Shabbat or no? Says Rav Ovadia, it is forbidden to paint or even remove transparent nail polish from the nails.
Paint is not the body. I mean, nail is not the body.
It is, but it's forbidden. That's the Dovaita.
You have the Goya take it off, no? And
So that's what they do sometimes. They let the Goya do it.
if there's no Goya, can she still dip?
No,
Wow, it's a problem.
yeah, ma'akev. Especially if it's broken.
Wow.
Broken nail polish is ma'akev, of course, pasul. Lady that goes to mikveh and she has a broken nail polish and she dipped, pasul, mikveh pasul. Yeah, it doesn't count. No mikveh. It's chas v'shalom nida then. By halacha, she has to have no separation on her body. Body has to go fully in the water. If she has broken nail polish, некрасивым поломанным уже старый, she cannot dip.
Why?
Because it's not beautiful, it's broken, and it's extra thing on your body.
Makes a separation.
Makes a chatzitza, makes a separation.
А если не поломанный,
Yes, in Palomani, this already, the Jewish ladies have a minhag not to do it. Minhag not to do it. But it's not halacha. That's why if you have somebody that's not so religious, they close their eyes on them. Some mikvot. Some mikvot say no. You cannot come in with nail polish. This is the policy here. Chisto on Palomani, novo, brand new, doesn't matter. You're not coming inside with a nail polish. Some mikvahs like this have a strong, tough policy.
Yeah.
они же там, они не как мы заходят-выходят.
Yeah.
Там же
Prepare.
проверка есть.
Yeah, praverka. Because if she will not have praverka, she'll go inside and she's coming out ni kasher. Not a joke. One hair will be above water, doesn't count mikveh. One hair. Last time we went to do gioret, that goya stala ivreka. Bedin, the men have to see how she dips in the water. Not naked. She has chalat. We see her when she goes inside the water, not whenever she comes out and everything is Hashem Yerachim. When she goes inside, she didn't go deep. So we tell her not kosher. Go another time. Her hair was sticking out. Poor, she has to go under the water. She had long hair.
There's no balanit there?
The balanit prepares her.
She's not there seeing it?
She is there, but by Jewish law, whenever there is giur, 3 men has to be the bedin that they're gonna sign her documents has to be the one witnessing it.
Вау. Хорошая работа.
Yeah, no, it's not what you think, Bechor. Not at all. You don't see nothing there. Мамаш не. Халат такой толстый, ничего не видишь.
У нас imagination есть.
Imagination есть тоже на улице, что на улице. Anywhere you can have imagination. And this imagination is asur by Torah, Bechor. Huh? No, you cannot. You have to see everything. If the hair is out, it's finished. I don't see anything without my achki. Whenever in the morning I drive on Union Turnpike, achki is off. Wow, kaif. As soon as I come to menstruate, I put them back. Пас геном паст. Эти улицы очень грязные. Эти черные, там испанцы, грузы, эти китайские, Hashem Yerachim. Take it off. Go stitch. Not the dam, not so that. Okay. Number 5. It is permissible to comb. Is it permissible to comb one's hair on Shabbat? Rashtisatza. Are you allowed or no, Bechor?
Только вручную.
It is forbidden to comb one's hair on Shabbat, as it is inevitable that hair will pluck out. When you go with a brush, it's for sure that hair will fall off. And in the contents of Nazir, it is stated that one who combs to remove loose strands of hair intends to do so, even though he did not actively think about it. Some say this is forbidden from Torah, because in the case of the melacha of shearing, there was no need for hairs in the construction of the Mishkan, tabernacle. But others say, since there is no need for the hair, it is considered as a labor that is not needed for his sake, and is only rabbinically forbidden. In practice, we consider the lenient opinions for a safek.
I don't know the hair is not already fallen out.
So brushing hair on Shabbat, not allowed. Question, which level not allowed? Torah level or the Rabbanan level?
Rabbanan.
Huh?
Torah.
So that's we have an argument about. Where's the Shalom Bayit book, Bechor? Huh? Shalom Bayit Shiki nету? I wanted to read a few lines.
Since we already speak about lipstick, right?
Yeah,
Mikveh.
might as well.
Mikveh.
We had over here Shalom Bayit Shiki books. No? Tam, where is the Shalom Bayit book? Arijon. Shalom Bayit, где? Там, давай. На. Shalom Bayit today. ברוכים אתם קהל אמוני וברוך הבא בשם אדוני. Today there was a Brit Milah, Ari. Today was Brit Milah over there. Of a baby that is a goy. They made him a Jew.
How?
Yeah.
Brit Milah, they need to make a... need to put him on the mikveh, inside the mikveh, and then you have to do Brit Milah for him. Really the other way around.
First?
No, first Brit,
Then
then mikveh.
Same day?
Cannot do the same day. It's gonna be bacteria.
I got only 2.
Yeah, one. Let's go. 1 minute. We'll read it. Shalom Bayit.